Welcome back to Music Without Borders, Hour 3. Happy Tuesday to everybody. It's such a great song. I love that song. Foreigner, mega great group with Urgent. This has been I tell you, this has been a great day. You guys are all part of it. I love it. Happy, I don't know what it is. Is it like January? And I'm speaking from U.S. and day. The NFL season there's a lull. It's like, there's no Monday Night Football. Tuesday, Wednesday, no Thursday night football, Fridays, no football, Saturday, no football, Sunday, football, playoffs. I know, I lived in England for a good period of time, 8 years, over 2 different spells, and sometimes football, well, we call it soccer, but sometimes football takes over the whole planet, and so this is kind of like a funky time in U.S. and parts of Canada. NFL is actually somehow taken over. There are some fans around the world. Press 1 if you are a fan of NFL and don't even live in Canada or the U.S. and I'm going to guess you that I don't have a lot of ones. We just got a super commentator. Actually, back-to-back, Hiker Nick here on deck. Hold on a second. Hiker Nick comes in. New computer fund donation. Sweet. Okay, I'll let my accountant know that one goes. No, come on, give me a song. I'll put a song on for you. Everything is going into the new computer fund. Once again, loose lips sinks ship. So I've been told by some people. Thank you so much, Hiker Nick. Give me a song. I'll put it on for you. Wink, wink. I got you. But right now, Steve comes in. He's on a roll. Don't tell me, Steve. Is this going to be another superstar? No, Steve. You've been a fan of the show for a while now, and we all know you. Actually, not just for Elvis, but you are Elvis. You are the Elvis expert on the Music Without Borders channel, and you're starting to learn how to communicate with people. You're not an expert at that. Nobody is. I'm being jovial. Let it be me. I think I get. Mum's the word.
God bless the day I found you. I want to stay around you, and so I beg you, let it be me. Don't take this heaven from one, or if you must cling to someone now and forever, let it be me. Each time we meet love, I find complete love. Without your sweet love, knowing I would like me. So never leave me lonely. Just tell me you love me always, and that you'll always let it be me.
superstar material. Elvis Presley, Let It Be Me. No, I never heard that track before. Um, I could, uh, nice one, Steve. I'm trying to, loose lips. To be honest with you, you guys are all on your own. I was talking to. Here's the information I can share a little bit. I was having, and I know I got a super lined up here. Actually, two, and I'm trying to morph them into one. All right, but that's my job as an MC, master of ceremony. The ceremony is, yes, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm a DJ. And I'm MC and whatever. I thought yesterday somebody was like, "What does he even do?" And I'm like, "Whatever." Don't get me wrong. I'm borderlining pitting. What do? I actually do. I think I'm doing pretty good as a one-man show. And right now, I get no mods. I'm in my third hour. Hi, everybody. I am modless. Uh-oh. Did I just give a message to the trolls? Maybe. I don't care. I can handle them. I'm pretty good at it. But I'm modless. Started the show with a couple of mods, and, life takes over. So here we are. I'm setting up something here. Oh, yeah, and Justin, stop it with the whistling jokes. It cracks me up, man. Okay, don't stop it. Don't stop it. No, don't. I won't be able to do the duties that that have been given to me and blah blah. Okay, no. So here's the deal. Yesterday, I have been in communicado with Google. Wrote me an email. I'll just say it this way, okay? So everybody better be on your best behavior. Right now, I'm just telling you this right now. I'm being honest here. I'm not going to say too much. Google is watching this show. And yesterday was the first time that I had a Google chat, not with AI, but I actually was talking to a real person. The reason why I could tell, half the reason why I'm telling this story right now is because Longbeard, dude, man, your spelling of Def Leppard's hysteria is hysterical. But it'll cut you slack, because that shows that you're a human. AI would never mess up how to spell the word Def Leppard. Okay, I'm just saying, right? So we love it. Longbeard, thank you so much for reminding me about this story. Last night, I'm talking with you. YouTube is communicating with me. They're talking about Music Without Borders. They're trying to figure out, where to pigeonhole me. Because nobody's doing what I used to do when I was a kid. In the radio in the 80s. I'm just doing the same thing that I did. All request show, all styles of music. And YouTube is trying to figure out, how can we promote this? We don't understand what, he used to be Blackie Fitzpatrick, now he's Alec, he was Alec Whittier, he was in Vienna, now he's in Florida, and they're really trying to figure out what to do with you and me, right? Because the show is you guys. I'm just a mug. So I get this communication. Once again, I'm not going to say too much, and the person wrote a mistake in the text. I've been talking with AI, since I got monetized. I've been dealing with AI. This is for the last 8 or 9 months. Okay. I never had a real person on the horn, and I'm not going to say too much. But yesterday. Oh, okay. I just got a message. I'm getting nervous there. It's for someone else. But yesterday, actually early this morning, I got a communication from Google saying, "Are you Alec, the channel owner of Music Without Borders show?" And they spelled something wrong, and then they put in the asterisk, the asterisk symbol, and they corrected. They spelled Blackie wrong with the EY at the end instead of an IE. And I said, "Yeah, I'm Alec Whittier, a.k.a. Blackie Fitzpatrick. I've been doing shows for like 10 years. And I've been getting hit like a lot over different countries. And I'm still doing it. And I'm trying to do everything legally on the books. I'm not going to say too much information. But it's like a lot of people, I think, who have been following me are going, I actually talked to a real, well, I didn't talk to him. But it was a real person who made a spelling error. Thank you, Longbeard, for reminding me. And just for that, yeah. And Longbeard's like, hey, I'm going to make Alec play his favorite song from Def Leppard 2 times in one night. thank you, because I got a chance to tell their story. I hope that wasn't too much information. I am legally, I'm acting as my own lawyer, so I think I did a pretty good job of covering my tracks. But anyway, I'm just letting for anybody who's been following what's going on since my monetization has started. It's a very interesting. Nobody's ever done this before, so I'm on uncharted territory here, and I actually spoke to a real person in California. I'll be honest with you. That's the first actually. 2 times playing the same song in one evening. This is what I love about supers are great because I know Mandy was talking about this earlier. Well, hey, is there a limit to how many supers? No. Does Las Vegas have a limit with how many tokens you can put into the slot machine? No, ain't no limit. I don't think there is. It's like, is there a limit? It's to a jukebox. That's how I think about my show, our show, Music Without Borders. It's an all request show, but it is also kind of like a jukebox. So if you show up and you're like, hey, I want to hear my favorite song right now, whatever, right? You put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love it. Come on, Joan Jett. I love rock and roll. Actually, she didn't write that one, did she? Somebody else did. But it's a great, great song. So I'll be honest with you. I was a little bit inspired. Well, I know I've been doing this stuff since I was a kid. But when I saw, what was that guy? Bruno Mars. And he put out this record called The Unorthodox Jukebox. And I remember, because I was doing shows. I was in Austria, Vienna. And people were requesting this guy, Bruno Mars. And I'm like, he's a new guy. Yeah, I'm showing my age. This is a story from like 10 years ago. And I listened to the record because people were requesting it. And I was like, every song is like different style of music. And I was like, I love this guy. I know some people, they hate Bruno Mars. I don't care. That Unorthodox Jukebox album, number one, musicianship, brilliant. He's a great singer. Musicianship, production, brilliant. Engineering, brilliant. And, one song sounded like The Police. And, I mean, this guy was like all over the chart. And I got it. I was like, he's doing what I knew. And he's younger than me. He's doing the same thing I was doing as a kid. And I'm sure I'm not the first DJ to play everything with notes. I was listening to Dr. Demento's show. Great. Really, one of the coolest things was actually for me as I got older, I got a chance to work with Kim Fowley. People know him as the maybe if you're a Kiss fan, you've heard his name before, right? He wrote a bunch of songs on Double Platinum. He was their first manager that made him big. Kim Fowley, Joan Jett, the Blackhearts, the Runaways. That was Kim Fowley. Kim Fowley had his name on Guns N' Roses. All that stuff went through Kim. Los Angeles. If you were in Los Angeles trying to get a deal in the '70s, you had to go through Kim Fowley. When I started working with Kim, what I didn't know was, well, I didn't even know he did that. But the thing that impressed me the most was he did that song called "They're Coming to Take Me Away, ha ha. They're coming to take me away, ha ha, hee hee, ha ha, to the funny farm." And I was like, dude, man, I said, I don't care what you do with Kiss. I heard you on Dr. Demento. In the late '70s, early '80s, I said, that song was huge. And I think we got another barn burner here right now with the Whistle song. I know I'm setting up a long, long joke here, but this is going to be a superstar, isn't it? Steve. Yeah, they're coming to take me away. Well, this song, Virgin Records, 1991. Well, I was living in London in 1991. Let's see if I've heard this song before or not. Freddie Knuckles with the Whistle song. superstar material on Music Without Borders, Frank Knuckles with the Whistle Song, 1991. Here's the deal. That was a sample. That was a sample of a whistle. Don't get me wrong. Now remember, trains have whistles. Let's see, Chilean whistle. Do 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 do. There's a lot of with. That stuff doesn't. But I don't bust a gut with that. What busts the gut is real whistling. Okay, the real whistling with the guy with the vibrato that breaks me every time. I can't keep a straight face. That one makes me giddy like a schoolchild. The whistling song from Frank Knuckles, Virgin Records, 1991. I'll be honest with you, I never heard that track before in my life. Now I did leave London to move to Vienna, and it would have been like October or something like that. So maybe that song was a whistling track I missed. Maybe it came out in the later half of Inquiring Minds Want to Know. I never heard that one. And I was a big fan, actually, of listening. One of the coolest things for me, which I loved, I was busking. I was a squatter. I was a couch surfer. When I moved to London at the age of 22, I came with $3,000 in my pocket. That turned into 1,500 pounds. You do the math. I came in, and all of a sudden a war broke out, and all of a sudden I'm playing on the street, and people used to give me pound coins. They were giving me 10p, right? And I went there kind of for a sabbatical. I came with a 4-track and musical instruments. I moved to London to write my first record. And I started as a singer-songwriter, as a solo artist. I just left a band. I was in a band for like 5-6 years, and we had done a bunch of stuff. I was the drummer, and I had enough of Boston. I said, I'm gonna move to London. And I had a couple of connections, a couple of people actually I knew who had Kevin Armstrong being one of them. You can Google him if you want to. Kevin Armstrong was given to me, and he said, "Show me your demos." And my demos were rubbish because I had just finished being I was a newbie. And he says, "Well, I can give you a job as a drummer. You're a great drummer." He says, "But you want to be a songwriter, and you're here?" I said, "Yeah." And he says, "But your songs are shite." I said, "I know. I need a studio, and I need some good guys to work with." Right? I was young. I said, "I'm a young producer." And Kevin looked at me and he says, "How old are you again, kid?" And I said, "I'm 22. And he said, "I'm a friend of Reeves Gabrel's." He says, Reeves told me that I should take you under my wing. He says, "I can't." This is the guy who was like, at the time he was writing and producing with Morrissey. And Kevin Armstrong, if you don't know his name, doesn't really matter, right? He's doing a lot of stuff with Bowie. It's just one of those guys, right? The Cure and all that stuff. He's a studio guy in London. So Reeves put me together with him, and he just looked at me and he was like, "I can't help you. You're kind of on your own." He says, "You're in the learning phase, right?" I said, "Yeah." And he says, "Have fun." He said, "I used to play in the street too." So he gave me his wishes and his best wishes. And he was like, "Oh, you got to play in the street." So I'm like, okay, so I played in the street. And I don't regret any of that. Okay, here we go. Justin comes in with a super. This is also going to be something. It's going to be a superstar. Peter, Bjorn, and John with Young Folks. Let's check it out.
gone this far, people tend to disappear. No one will surprise me unless you do. I can tell there's something going on. Ours seems to disappear. Everyone is leaving, I'm still with you. It doesn't matter what we do, where we are going to. We can stick around and see this night through. And we don't care about the young folks talking about the young side. And we don't care about the old folks talking about the old style too. And we don't care about the young folks talking about our own style. All we care about is talking, talking only me and you. And we don't care about the young folks talking about the young style. And we don't care about the old folks talking about the old style too. And we don't care about the young folks talking about our own style. All we care about is talking, talking only me and you. Talking only me and you. Talking only me and you.
A great song there. Hold on, I put the wrong button here. Peter, Bjorn, and John, actually. No, I have heard that track before, but nobody's ever requested that one. When did that come out? It's been around for a while.
At Hill's Pet Nutrition.
2006. Hey, they're still gigging. Next gig is they're playing in London. And they're off to, well, actually before that, they're going to be in Berlin, Germany, Belgium, and France, and then they're going to finalize it off in London at the Electric Ballroom. Good gig. You're listening to Music Without Borders.
Promise
listen to Music Without Borders now for something completely different. Music Without Borders. Happy Tuesday evening to everybody. Oh no, this is the point. I know. Whoever requested that one, that was a great one. I love that. That song was really great. You guys have all been mega awesome tonight. And this is the conundrum. This is the part of the evening where I get to decide. Press 1 for overtime. This is the end of the show here. Normally I would play a closing time, and I say thank you to the supers, thank you to the mods, and all the people who made requests, and to the lurkers, hi lurkers. I only had to kill a couple of people. I've been modless for like the last hour at least. I see all your names here for the supers. I write everything down. It's all automated anyway on YouTube. Nobody knows the magic number. If you want overtime, that means I'll go up for another hour. But here's the hustle. You don't get to see my mug. My battery, because I'm doing this thing on the Android phone here, right? J7. Samsung J7. Anybody who's a nerd with phones and stuff like that, that's what I'm using right now. It was a Christmas present I got when I was in Vienna a long time ago. 10 years ago, I've been using this device. I don't have any, I don't even have a phone number. I can dial 911. That's it. They told me, I don't have the plan where you pay, X amount of dollars a month to make phone calls. The only way I contact people actually is through, correct. And we were talking about this tonight. Is through email or Facebook or meet me at the beach, Venice Beach, Florida, every night for the sunset. Right next to the Venice Municipal Pier. I'll even tell you exactly where. I'm the guy who looks like me. He has a tripod in the chair. It's really not. I'm not that hard to find. I don't do an international show, and it's maybe you got to think about buying tickets to Miami, but that would be a way. If somebody wanted to X wanted to meet Y in the chat, All you got to do is say X, Y. Okay. The meeting point is Z. Z. For anybody who likes to speak proper English. Meet at Z. Where is Z? Venice Municipal Pier. What time? It'd be funny, actually, if the show actually got to the point where it was, people started showing up. I'll put you on the show. I'll bring you. Just show up at the beach. I'll bring you here. This is the Music Without Borders studio, right? There's my mother has the Boy George. They used to call them Cabbage Patch Kids. She collected all of that stuff. That was before John Moss became my drummer. This is a present I got from Todd Goodman, one of my best guy friends from Charlotte, North Carolina. And he told me, he says, I don't play it, and you're a great musician. So he gave it to me as a present. I thought that was nice. The jukebox, my mother bought it. She thought it would be cute. No, nobody uses it. Map of Southern New England, I love. This is my little backdrop keyboard here. My mother bought it, never plays it. I like to play it once in a while. This is my little backdrop here. And Music Without Borders is you guys. You guys make it happen. I love it. I'm going to listen to music anyway. I'd rather do it with like-minded people. And for me, anybody who's new, what does like-minded people mean to Alec? Everything with notes. When I first traveled internationally and I went to Africa, did I love the street music that I heard performing live? I don't even know what to call it. I was like, they had guitarists and stuff. They were doing something. This is, before Paul Simon figured out that they were playing some stuff that nobody had heard. If I'm hanging around, at a nightclub in Rio de Janeiro, I didn't realize that, there's so much music. And of course, I learned a lot by moving to London. Vienna's city of classical music, right? It's London, the city of fashion. Paris, the city of lights. And Vienna gets the city of music. So I know they say classical music. I love classical music. I love opera. People laugh at me. They're like, whoa. You don't think that, Stravinsky's not serious classical music, is he? Okay. Memory comes in and says he presses 2. I like that. Thank you, Memory, for that. That's a good vote. Memory says 2 twice, 3 times. Okay, good. You guys have all spoken. I think it's great. Thank you, Memory. Here's the deal. What do we got here? It is now 10 minutes past. Hold on a second. Just for, I'm going to close the show out here, but only because I have a little bit of battery left. I'm going to play one more song, and then I'm going to really close it out with closing time. You guys are really, really great. This song showed up on my radar, just, you know what I mean, right? The thing, right? Google suggestions. YouTube, same company. To be honest, I want to say this. After I close the show out, I've got to go back online and communicate with YouTube. So for anybody who can hear my voice, and for anybody who knows how to say a prayer, please say a prayer for Music Without Borders show that this works. Because right now I'm like at I'm actually really, really to the point, and I'm representing myself. I know Rick Beato was going through stuff like this. And now I'm going through it, and I am. They tell me to get a lawyer, and I'm like, I'm representing myself right now. I'm not going to say too much, I know, but I've gotten to the point right now where they're trying to figure out whether or not Music Without Borders is a valid show on YouTube as a live, and because nobody's done this before. So the lawyers are now coming in, and they're telling me to get my lawyer, and I'm telling them I'm going to represent myself right now, and so I'm doing. It's just live, but it's a real person. Man, I've been working on this for like 9 months. I finally got a real person. Thank you. I should say this is what people do, right? I finally got, I'm not going to say too much. San Bruno, California. 94066 communicated with me yesterday. Well, after the show, right? It's actually in the morning. 3 hours time difference. And I spent an hour stating my case and what it is that's going on here. We talked about FCC and doing everything legally and what to do with this, that, and the other thing. I'm not going to say too much. And they're still trying to figure out, huh? And they can't figure it out. So my wish is for everybody who can hear my voice right now, please say a prayer. I don't even care if you're an atheist. Just say a prayer for the show. That it gets through this legal stuff. So I'm in a legal. I'm trying to say this in a positive way. California's telling me they don't know what they're like. Nobody's ever done this. It's like a new challenge. I'm like so old school that it's new. And I pray. I'm just saying what I'm doing. I'm praying to God. This show is not like this is not a religious show. I'm a Christian. God damn it! I've been making that joke for 10 years. But I'm like, dealing with Google was like a big thing, right? And I'm just Alec, right, from Massachusetts, and I'm trying, and you guys are just right, following me, whatever, right? So, however way you want to do it, please think something good that this works out, because this is something that I think has always been a great idea since I was 14 years old. It's just play an all request show and let everybody have a chance to shine. It's like, I remember myself, if I made a request on a radio station, they actually played, I would always say, Tom Sawyer Rush. I know it was in the playlist anyway. They were going to play it anyway. But, and whenever I would hear Rush, I would think that it was me, but they never said my name. So the idea of doing Music Without Borders, and everybody can see who the requests are. So we all know. And I'm doing everything in order. The supers obviously make it go further because that helps support the channel. I might have to be getting a lawyer. A real one. But now I said, I should plead the fifth. I'll take the fifth. And this is the conversation I had. They said, we need to talk to your lawyer, not you. And I said, I am representing myself. It's one of the rights that I have as an American. So I've gotten to that level with California now that I am now acting as the legal lawyer for Music Without Borders on the Alec Whittier or Alec channel on YouTube, and they're trying to figure out what to do with me. And I'm trying to do everything legally. They obviously didn't turn it off. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to hear my voice. So once again, I'm going to say it again. Please say a prayer, and for the show, for all of us, because I do think Music Without Borders is something that is it's old school. It's not even unique. It's just old school. But there's a great way to do it for anybody who likes rituals, and I'm a ritualistic. I like routine. I'm totally into routines. As a musician, you have rehearsals. Before the gig, I love rehearsals. That's a routine, right? When I wake up in the morning, I like to meditate for 2 hours. That's a routine that I have. Doing the show is a routine. But this is a routine that please do it at home. Some of you may not know it, but I think most of you all know how to do this dance. And dancing, rituals, mantras are a good way to get positive things to happen. I'm not going to say anymore. Here you go. listened to Music Without Borders slowly say bye-bye. Of course, that was a mega awesome song from Athens, GA. Once again, thanks for everybody who's listened to my little, what's that joke? It's a joke from somewhere. What's that movie? They Make Me Say This. What was that movie? They Make Me Say This. But I had to say it. I'm acting as my own lawyer right now, so I got to say certain things. And so I'm saying it out loud here. You guys have been mega awesome here. We are closing it out on January 20th. Special thanks to the supers, Hiker Nick. I love that's what are you, day 2 for hanging around. I love it. Steve Justin, Longbeard coming in here to save the day a couple of times there. That was great. And you guys been in my mods. And actually, I did pretty cool at the end here. I was modless, and I don't know if that's for better or for worse, but I only had to kill like a couple of things that were weird. So it looks like YouTube was still trying to push the numbers. I mean, the last few days, they're trying to figure out what to do with this channel. It's great. And now I'm on red alert because now there's real people trying to figure out what it is that I do. Hi, I'm not going to say your name, the person who I was talking to last night. No, I'm going to be following the situation here, and I'm trying my best to be honest with everybody, just in case something weird happens. I mean, last week, 10 days ago, whatever, I got hit for something silly, I mean, no rhyme or reason, for a song, and I'm not the only one. I know. And I watch on all these other channels, and they're also having similar problems. So what we're doing, we all are in a unique time, trying to figure out how this internet thing, whatever, right? But I hope to see you tomorrow. Again, for Music Without Borders, I'm signing out here from Venice Beach, Florida. I kind of like the idea, though. I'm going to recap here. Anybody who's, you want to, communicate, I think legally, meet me at the beach. It's public property, right? I'll be at Venice Beach, by the Venice Municipal Fishing Pier. You can Google it. It's on Google. Everybody, that's how you got to do it. You got to hop on a plane and wherever you're from, or you can walk if you're here in the lower 48. I wouldn't recommend walking from Hawaii or Alaska. I suppose you could do it from Alaska, but I wouldn't recommend it. But I think that's kind of, I'm just playing, I'm messing with words, I know. But yeah, that's how you do it. Legally, they can't stop us from, because I'm allowed to say, I'm broadcasting live. They ask me, what location are you? They want to know where I am. Big Brother's watching me. And you. So, yeah, I'm live. I'm on the island here in Venice. On the island of Venice in Florida. You guys are mega awesome. It is closing time. Once again, thanks to everybody who's made a request. And I want to give a shout out to all the lurkers. Maybe tomorrow is going to be your day. Tomorrow is going to be the day where you say, you know what? Hey, I'm going to make a request. Looks like Alec plays everything with notes, and I do. Signing off from Florida. Ciao. You guys are great.
Closing time. Open all the doors and let you out into the world. Closing time. Turn all of the lights on over Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end.